what predictions do you think, or like what societal impact do you think is going to exist, either within the film or just more generally at large?
I think it's the whole thing is going to be seen as a success because in the streaming age, you can't judge metrics as well because this isn't being made to make the box office to have a huge opening weekend because that's not how this economy really works anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like this exists to capitalize off an existing product and deliver something. It's probably definitely going to be better, but it's going to be more, and it's going to be just a glut of content that's going to lead to more toy sales and more subsidiary media sales and all the merch, the fucking grift shopification of everything. So that's the real like in an age when things aren't making money for the express like purpose of what they even originally were for. Like before, like a movie, the way it made money was people would go to the movies and pay money to go see the movie, and everyone got their cut, and like the money's contained within the movie. But then when you get into the merchandising of everything, the real moneymaker for a movie is all of the associated with media. It's
Precisely.
not even the artistic product itself. So this is like the ultimate example of that. And it's like that's how it's going to be, and it's going to be a success on that level, and it's probably going to be a blueprint for where we go from here in a lot of ways. Like fans are absolutely going to be emboldened.
You're taking the words right out of my mouth,
Yeah.
because my biggest prediction about, like, I think cinema in general is that streaming movies, people might say, oh, well, it doesn't make money at the box office, but that's actually, as you were saying, that's not the point of it anymore. I think as long as, for example, a film is able to boost a streaming service's IPO for 3 financial quarters, that is going to be considered a much larger win than whatever sort of box office return might be. Literally, the hype for the Snyder Cut is what is valuable to HBO. That's
Yeah.
what they care about. They don't give a shit if they release it and then nobody watches it. People have been hyped about this movie for months, for a year, since in some cases 2018. Like it's a thing now. So and that's part of why I wanted to talk about the timelines, is that all of these financial quarters have occurred, and this has been brewing in the background for it. And so they've been able to use this as something that is the infinite horizon point, that then now when it releases, of course it's going to be mildly popular in terms of an online social media buzz. And then they can work whatever metrics they actually want to then talk about how successful it is. And it's still going to then work well at their next sales call. And then the next quarter, they're going to push, I don't know, that Flight Attendant season 2 or whatever the fuck they decide to actually push out there. Like the good that it has done is already done.
They can autoplay it after every like on every HBO Max menu screen, and then tell their execs like, yeah, we had like 100 million people watch this. Like I remember when like Netflix was like, yeah, 50 million people watch Bird Box on opening weekend. It's like, no, they didn't. They got an autoplay thing and clicked away after 30 seconds. Like, and it's like I was, when you're talking about like the way the capital structures behind these things, it's just like realizing this is one of the ultimate cinematic expressions of like the massive private equity bubble that we're in right now, because that's what's funding this media companies and these streaming services, is just trying to exploit this next market to stay ahead of the way that money isn't real and nothing is tied to any real like factor of production anymore. It's all just it's fiat currency being doubled down on so many times that how big the crash that's coming is like I don't think we're prepared for it when all the different bubbles burst. And
so you're saying I shouldn't invest in Snyder Cut NFTs, right? That's what I don't know what NFTs are, but it seems like that was a big discussion point. I've noticed people arguing about a lot online. So I'm going to see what the Snyder Bros say, because clearly they have an eye and an ear for this sort of thing. So if they're behind it, I'll jump on board.